Hey guys, it's your girl Asha Mystic coming to you too again. And listen, we are still working on learning how to get this lighting and technology together, but I still didn't want to just stop that from us actually doing the actual reading and getting it together for you guys. So, yes, we are in spring and we are now going into Taurus season. And so, definitely wanted to come and give you guys a general reading. This is a collective reading, so if it may or may not resonate with you, if it does, then take the message. If it doesn't, then that means that there are other people out here that are going to be able to give that information for you. But this is a collective read, so it will resonate with some, and it may not resonate with others. We're doing an astrology reading. We're going to start with those astrology cards, just because I like doing those, and I feel like the energy that we're in going into this Taurus season, we just left this whole Aries season, which that's my season, and we was really loud. We was really loud with these moons and the new moon, April new moon, and all that kind of stuff. So we was really loud, right? Got cars already jumping out, so the energy is really loud. With the actual astrology reading cards, we definitely start out with the planet card. Then we go into the zodiac card, and then go to the house card. And so the zodiac, the planet card is going to tell us basically the personality behind the card, like the personality surrounding it. And then the zodiac card is going to tell us the universal energy. And then the actual house card is going to tell us what area of life, right? So that's how we're going to get started for this personal reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you hit like button, and make sure you hit subscribe. We're still working on those subscribers and building a channel. So remember, this is not my channel. This is actually our channel. So the Living the Midst of Life channel is definitely building. And so I just want to come do a reading for you guys as we go into this Taurus energy. So, universe, higher power, what do you have for the collective in regards to our reading as far as the planets go? Jupiter, your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So the energy on the personality surrounding this is Jupiter. It says your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck is actually the planet. And then what we do is pull them from each one, and then we'll give you the general meaning, right? So next up is the zodiac sign, which again is the universal energy that's around it. So what is the universal energy we need to go into while we are focusing on this new Taurus energy? Got the planet Jupiter. We have Leo the lion. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self belief. But Leo the lion for the zodiac sign. And then the house. So, what area of life do we need to be applying this personality and energy? Area of life do we need to be focusing on? The seventh house. This area of life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So the seventh house is what we should be focusing on. So if you put these three together, you have Jupiter, and then you have Leo, and the actual seventh house, right? So just from the intuition I'm getting, I read off intuition, not necessarily about the type of card. And so what I'm getting from that is that there are some of us who are going to be listening to this, that we need to really be focusing on our self-confidence, and that as you can see in the card, he is taking a leap of faith. Like I feel like for some people it's definitely the time to take that leap of faith that you have been building up. I feel like in the Aries season you were doing a lot of purging and realizing that some things were not as though they seem, or I'm getting you were like clouded before, or it was like stagnant energy, and then it was all about the Aries energy came around, it was like taking action. But this is like you really have to go really give yourself and have the confidence and courage that whatever you're going to take on, you do actually have the ability. You just have to take a leap of faith, right? And so with the Leo the lion, I feel like it's continuing it, right? The energy is flamboyant, like be bold, be louder. The word I hear is louder. For some people, it's definitely being louder in the energy that you are. As you're taking this leap of faith, be bold with it, be dramatic, be loud, and but have the passion that goes along with it. And it's some for some people, I felt that it was going to be more in the area of business or things of that nature, maybe your partnerships, and this is going to be in the part you're going to have partnerships and things of that nature, but it's definitely going to be in the love interest, the romance, the your partnership with others, right? And it's coming out more loudly for me in your relationships. Like, be bold, do something daring. I feel like some people are about to be in this season of being engaged, or they're thinking about marriage, and they're like, do I take this leap of faith? Like, how do I be bold and boisterous and bold and say these things and do these things out in a loud way to make this commitment. Like, for some people, I'm definitely getting commitment, long-term commitment, because you're jumping up and you're saying, hey, I want to, make sure that I am focusing on those things. I feel like for other people, it's the marriage of like business. You're jumping out, and then you're going to have partners that are going to be with you in the area of your business. As in some things as far as like family, some people may be saying, okay, now it's time for us to start a family. So definitely being bold, from the things that we got. You got to work on your confidence. Definitely work on your confidence in doing it. And whatever you're doing, like, take that leap of faith and definitely be loud in whatever area of your life. So whether it's family, whether it's business, whether it's a love relationship, being bold. First of all, building your confidence and your courage to take the leap of faith and being bold while you're doing it, right? And be flamboyant and be loud about it. Like, the word I keep getting from them is loud, being loud, right? So we're gonna go ahead and clarify that with our wisdom oracle deck and see what we have for us too. What do you have us from the wisdom from the oracles? Hi, you guys and ancestors. What do you have for us on that one? That is really cute. I like this. Like, the guy's taking a leap of faith, and then he's the Leo, the lion, and then in the area of like your life, long term. Is this decision that you're making is a long term decision, right? Because it's like long-term partnership, significant other. So like I said, I believe some people are like really in this thing like, let me take this leap of faith. How can I do this? Do I have enough courage? Am I bold enough to take this long-term commitment and entering a partnership for business or entering a partnership of marriage? Like, I keep hearing like wedding bells and or this long-term commitment of like, hey, we've been holding off, or I didn't think I was ready and we were already in a relationship, and because of the way that life has been going, we didn't want to start a family, or we didn't want to have an addition to our family. I feel like some of you guys are definitely going to be in that energy, especially coming off this cup of this taking action energy of Aries. So let's go and see what the wisdom oracle deck has for us in these cards. Oh, y'all didn't want to shuffle. Ooh, the energy on there. Let's see exactly what it has for us, right? Between worlds. I definitely understood this, and so it goes exactly aligned with just confirming us from our actual astrology read between where some of you guys, as you can see, that some of you guys are thinking in very much black and white, and you need to add some color. And some of you guys are in a color, and you need to add some black and white. Some of you are in a space of saying that, hey, I'm in between worlds. I'm attempting to make a decision about something, and I cannot make it. I got one foot in, and I have one foot out, and I'm not sure which way I need to go, right? I know I need to make a decision, but it's good over here, and it's good over here, and there's cons over here, and there's cons over here, right? So there's pros and cons for both situations. I also feel like there's some of you guys, like I said, as far as the color, like that's jumping out at me, is that some of you guys are so like wild and free, and your beliefs are all over where that you kind of need to get some more concrete in your decisions, and that you need to make sure that you are able to say, hey, I need to draw a line in the sand and some things, right? Or draw a line in some concrete and some things, because I just have no perspective of this. I have no viewpoint. And then we have the other people who are over here who are very much like, I'm very black and white. Like, I consider myself that person, very black and white. There is no color, right? There is no gray. I'm very black and white in this area. And so you definitely have to be open to new things, being open to new perspectives, being open to those things definitely ties into with the our astrology class. So definitely, if you're between worlds, making the decision, whatever you're deciding to do, make a decision, right? Because we're at the age of the taking action. You just, like we said, coming off the Aries energy, going to this Taurus, and it could be in the areas I give the materialistic things that you're holding back from making a decision. Why are you holding back from making a decision is the question that is being asked. Like, why are you holding back from making a decision? Like, why are you standing between these worlds? Because you can have the best of both worlds if you decide, right? There's a time and a place for each one of them. And so whichever world you need to be in, you need to make a decision. All right. So, all right, let's check our chakra read now. So we're just doing a general read, you guys. This is just a collective read. As we build the channel and go forward, we will start doing more reads for individual zodiacs, because again, we love astrology, we love tarot as well. We're going to start doing some wellness astrology. We're going to start doing some wellness tarot as well. where we start talking about wellness in that area. But then our general reads, once we start setting up our Patreon and things of that nature for our extended, we'll definitely have more detail into the wellness, astrology, wellness, things of that nature. And then we'll do our general reads here and then give you guys an extended, right? So definitely looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure that you guys are liking and subscribing. Again, I hope this message is resounding with some people. All right. So we're going to figure out, like, as far as our chakras, which one we need to be focusing on. You can't make this up if you want to, right? Self-mastery, right? So the one that comes up is saying self-mastery. And so this is actually one that I feel like, even though it's pointing out particular chakra, I'm getting highlighted from, like, I feel this feeling as like from head to toe, right? At this point, it's definitely about those decisions that you're going to be making and that you need to make. It stems from the fact of self-mastery. At this point in time, there is definitely a need to go into self. And I love how, for some reason, the whole background is like shooting through that, right? With the green is like shooting the, like making the light more absorbent. I don't know if you guys can see that, but self-mastery, right? Focusing on doing the things that are going to be beneficial for self, mastering yourself. First of all, discovering who you are, right? Finding out who you are. And what you're called to do here. What are the things that you need to change? What are the things you need to add? What are the things you need to delete, right? And as you begin to step out more bold and do those things, what if you're going to continue to master? The universe is sending you lessons that you need to learn that is causing that. So definitely focusing on self-mastery is going to be key, because as all the things that are going on, the outward things or whatever, is going to help those decisions to be better, because there's a lot of decisions, as we've seen before, that we need to be making. It's some type of decision that we need to be making for a long-term gain, and that decision is during this time. And so we definitely want to make sure that the things that we're focusing on for our mastery, self-mastery, is going to be key. Let me clarify that self-mastery with just a few of our, using our big tarot deck, our little deck. Let's see what the universe, what do you have to say about us as far as our reading so far? And all of these cards, yeah, we're not taking all these cards. All of the cards are jumping out. The energy is strong. It is like shooting out. So this is, again, collective read, and we are getting it together, right? So again, 3. Getting several of these, right? The main one that's telling me to focus on is the Magician. All right, so the magician is actually, like, as you can see, it has every one of the type of products, the actual, like the wand, the cup, and all that kind of stuff. It has all the different things, that has affinity side. So I feel like, in what I'm being told, is that you guys are at the point now, with, like, in that self-mastery. Remember, we're clarifying the self-mastery, that somebody's at the point where they're realizing that you are the magician, right? And again, songs pop up in my head, so I always, every time I see the magician card, I always think of the T-Pain song, he's talking about the circus, like he's the ringleader man. Then I say this to my class all the time, like the ringleader man, like from T-Pain. Like, if you haven't heard that song, go check it out, because it's gonna make you laugh, right? But the magician is like the power is in your hand, right? Whatever it is that you need to work on, this self-mastery, you're the magician. You're the ones who can actually go through and make this actual better, right? You're the one who can make the decision about where you're going to go. It's in your hands. You have the power to change and make things happen. Ashe, right? And so in this self-mastery, you're going to learn of how much power you really have. And that is what you definitely need to focus on, because you're definitely on this journey of self-mastery and learning that you have the power to master these things. You have so your communication, in your wealth building, in your relationships, and all these things, you have the power to maneuver those different things. So not in a manipulative way, not being a magician and saying I'm going to manipulate these things, but it's just, I have the power to control. And the key thing about that is that the person that you have the power to control is yourself. So if you can control your mouth, if you can control your actions to get up and do or don't do, if you can control your actions to be able to get up and say, this is the income that I want to be able to do, this is the lifestyle I want to have, this is the education I want to go get, this is the relationship I want to have. You are the magician to be able to do that, because you're learning about yourself. You're learning the control of yourself. You're learning about your own capabilities. You're learning about your own power. All right. See if we have any other cards for us. You have any other wisdom? What's the word of advice for us to do on this time as we go ahead and close up this actual reading? Oh, get Ace of Cups. Definitely a new beginning. Definitely something that's coming in for you guys. The Ace of Cup here is always bring to like memories of the whole, um, the dove is bringing in the pentacle and doing this overflow. So definitely a new overabundance. I feel like this is going to be overflow for some people. Your overflow and your new beginning, whether it be in your relationships, whether it being in like a business arrangement. I keep hearing somebody like people need to start a business, or your elevation of where you are, your mindset, in your relationship. Some people are having issues with their relationships as far as the communication and the newness of that relationship. The new or a new relationship is going to be a new type of relationship, right? And so in that new type of relationship, like we said, back into the seventh house, the long term for something that's sustainable is based off you, right? Remember, you're the magician. The self mastery of self is going to lead to you being a magician, which is going to lead to you being having the Ace of Cups, right? And I get more of the this is going to be more of abundance. It's going to be more of the overflow because there's going to be so much that you can't contain because you have done the work on yourself, and it's going to be because of your growth or because of your sustainability. Also got the strength card. I always love this card because every time I see the strength card in any deck, it always has a woman. It also always has like the Leo, the lion. I always say I'm like Leo. So it reminds me that's a Leo card, which is very funny that we're talking about the strength card that's Leo the lion, and we had Leo back here before, right? So it's definitely about having strength, having the strength. Somebody is needed to have the strength to go forward. It's like you're stuck, and we say you're between worlds, right? But you need to have in this next area of life, it's like take the action to be able to do it, right? Have the courage of a lion, have the roar and ferocity of a lion. And some of you are going to have to be flamboyant when you do it, and people are going to think you're being arrogant and you being rude. And then some people are going to just be like, hey, I'm going to be loud, I'm going to be bold with it. Whatever the next steps that you're supposed to be taking in that area of life, you have to have the courage to first do it. Find strength in it from your strength card, and definitely gather your inner lion, like gather your Leo. I think that's very cute that the last card was about like strength and it had the Leo in it too, right? So hopefully that resonate with you. If it does, hit tag people, hit share, and definitely hit the subscribe button. We're gonna, like I said, this was just a collective general read, and we just want to make sure we're actually checking technology, how stuff looks, how the stuff doesn't look, getting our mic together, getting lighting together, backgrounds, things of that nature. So I was like, hey, why not just come on here and do a quick little collective read, and go from there. So we will be, like I said, going through and doing um, more different reads about specific about a zodiac sign, so you should get more than that. So this was just a collective read. For some people, like I said, for some people it's going to resonate, and some people it's not. But that is okay because this was a collective read and just a quick little general. But the main thing that I'm getting is that somebody needs to take the action. This is for someone to say, hey, whatever you have been deciding, you're between two planes, you're between two worlds, you're between two decisions, and you need to make the decision. Make the decision, but first of all, have the courage to make the decision, then actually have the strength to be bold and loud about it, right? And this is going to lead to something that's going to be long term, whether it's a marriage or this is going to be a business partnership. It's going to be something like starting a family. It's something long term, that you're holding on making a decision about, but you just need to make the decision because you're going to get to that Ace of Cups. It's going to be a new beginning or a new way of thinking, a new way of being because you did the self mastery, right? Because you've done the self mastery, you focused on yourself. You're going to become the magician, and you're going to be able to actually have the strength card, and you're going to be able to do it effortlessly, right? And so you're going to have help from it, so it's going to be okay. Whatever it is going to be okay. You just have to make the decision. So hope they help you guys make the decision. Have a powerful Taurus season, and look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye bye.